This webinar is brought to you by Lifestyle Hub Asset Model, powered by The Hub Academy.
All right. Good evening, friends, and of course, I must really thank you for creating time to being with me again this evening. I trust you've had a very productive day so far, and of course, you've started your week on a very strong note. Thank you for creating time. I know your time is your life. Once spent can never be regained, and I hope you'll be having some good value for your time this evening. And of course, my name is Abioye. I'm speaking to you from Abuja at the Lifestyle Asset office. Now, this week it's very interesting. This week we'll be talking about something very important. Okay, something very important to everybody's success in life. Okay, we'll be talking about something very important to everyone's success in life. We'll be talking about the power of teamwork. Okay, so we'll be talking about 17 essential qualities of great team players. Okay, so let me say this to you. There is nothing like a self-made millionaire. Okay, everyone check out successful people in the world. Okay, they are so successful. You know why? Because they are great team players. Okay, they are great team players. They understand the power of working with people. Okay, like what John Pogetti said, that I would rather choose to earn 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own effort. Poor people typically want to earn 100% of their own personal effort. Okay, but rich people, they understand the power of leverage. They understand the power of leveraging other people's effort, so long as it's bringing mutual benefit. Okay, so we need to get this very right. Okay, if you are leveraging other people's effort and it's not bringing any benefit to them, then it's not moral. There's a problem there. There's a disconnect. Okay, and such strategy will never stand the test of time. Okay, so great people understand the power of teamwork. When you have a vision, you quickly ask yourself, how many people do I know that can align their own vision with my own personal vision? Okay, because a great vision will always create another one, and if the vision is great enough, it will create a greater vision. Okay, so I really want to encourage every one of us to try to create visions that people can key into and create greater visions than our own. Okay, and that really shows there is growth in our society. So now let's go straight to work this evening. Now, before I do, I would like to share with you a very interesting quote by John C. Maxwell. Okay, and 80% of what you'll be hearing from me this evening are greatly influenced by the teachings of John C. Maxwell. Okay, I'm one of his disciples, one of his followers. I believe so much in his teachings, and they have practically transformed my life. Okay, and John Maxwell simply said that although a team can lose if it has great player, okay, it can't win without them. You get that? Although a team can lose if it has great players, but it can't win without without them. Okay, what that simply means is that whether we like it or not, we need great people in our circle. Okay, we need great people in our circle. So it's very important that when you are working in a team, it's very vital that you observe these 17 qualities. Okay, so let us quickly look at these 17 qualities. Don't worry about the number 17. Okay, I'm sure in a few minutes we'll be done with those 17 qualities. Okay, so let's look at the 17 qualities of great team players. Okay, number one is adaptable. Okay, the first quality of great team players is our ability to adapt to any situation. So what that simply means is that if you work in a team, you must have the ability to adapt to any situation your team finds itself. Okay, most people lack the ability to adapt, and before you know it, they start complaining. They start complaining about the system. They start complaining about their bosses. They start complaining about their subordinates. They start complaining about their colleagues. They simply complain about everything they've got to work with. Okay, just imagine you've complained about everything you've got to work it. So tell me how your success can be guaranteed. It's not practically not possible. So the first quality of great team player is that they have the ability to adapt to any situation. The second quality of great team players is collaborative. Okay, collaborative. Okay, they understand the power of collaboration. They don't compete with their fellow team players. They collaborate with each other to bring in the best out of each other. Okay, so the question now is that how collaborative are you? How collaborative am I, Abioye? Okay, your current team, for example, do you try to outwit your team members, for example, your colleagues? Okay, do you try to outwit them or you try to complement them? Which one now? Okay, so the second quality of great team players is what? Collaborative. Okay, now very quickly, the third attribute. Hope you are taking notes. You know, as I always like to make it ask anytime we are live together, always ensure you have your P square. Okay, have you got your P square with you? Great people always walk around with their P square. When I say P square, I mean your pen. Okay, I mean your pen and paper. Okay, I've got mine here. I've got what? I've got some sheet of paper right here to guide my thoughts. Okay, I always say that don't ever overrate your brains. Okay, they are overloaded already. Okay, everything, you know, like I shared on Facebook today, there are 3 things you should leave behind. Okay, as part of your legacy. Okay, one of them was what? A journal. A journal that your children, your grandchildren will read through and they will see the wisdom and they will see the things you've learned over the years. Okay, now let's move to the third attribute of great team players. Number 3 is committed. Okay, they are what? They are committed. Okay, they are committed to the goal of the team. So the question now is that how committed are you to your team? As a leader, how committed are you to the success of your team members? Okay, do you push your own agenda forward ahead of your team members, or you take the collective thought of your team members? So commitment is key. Okay, number 4, communication or communicative. Okay, number 4 attribute of a great team player. Okay, you must have the ability to communicate effectively. As a matter of fact, of all the skills required to succeed in the marketplace, okay, the most important skill everybody needs is the ability to communicate effectively. Most relationships are dented, you know why? Because of poor communication. Okay, most marriages collapse, you know why? Because of poor communication. Okay, bosses have issues with their subordinates or people that work with them because of communication issues. You have issues with your bosses, you know why? Mainly because of the way you don't understand the communication pattern of your boss, for example. Okay, so, and there is a book I would like to recommend. I once recommended this book, okay, one of my sessions, is a book by John C. Maxwell. Okay, the book by John C. Maxwell. Everybody communicates, but few connect. Please look for that book and read. Everybody communicates, few connect. I've got the book summary for that book. If you want that book, just send me a direct message, then I will send to you by email. Okay, so communicative, number 4 attribute of a great team player. Okay, number 5 is competent. Competent. So the question is, how competent are you? Okay, like I was telling someone, was it yesterday or so, that when you are competent, you can practically go away with murder in the workplace. When I say murder, I'm not saying you should kill somebody. When you are competent, you can negotiate your leave with your boss, because your boss knows that even while you are on leave, you are getting job done, you are getting the work done. Okay, when you are very competent, you can even negotiate with your bosses the number of days you want to come to the office, for example. Competence is key. And if you are in a team and you are not competent, you are dragging your team members back. How can you be competent? You simply need to invest in your personal development. You simply need to work more on yourself. Okay, you simply need to compete with yourself. Okay, that brings out the competence in you. So, quality number 5 is what? Competent. Number 6, quality number 6, dependable. Okay, as a team member, or as a team player, you must be dependable. Great team players are so successful because they are dependable. Okay, their team members can trust them. Okay, they trust your judgment, they trust your ability to bail out the team when there's any challenge. Okay, so quality number 5 is dependable. So the question I have for you now is that how dependable are you? Okay, how dependable are you? Okay, number 7, discipline. Discipline. Discipline is key. In short, as far as I'm concerned, everything rises and falls on discipline. Okay, because discipline is a self-imposed standard. Okay, for the sake of higher goals. Did you get that? Discipline is a self-imposed standard for the sake of a higher goal. Discipline is doing something when you should do it, if whether you feel like or not. Okay, discipline is you starting your day with a day planner, with a to-do list, and sticking, okay, to what? To that plan of yours. Okay, it's very key that we show discipline as we work in teams. Number 8, quality number 8 is enlarging, enlarging, to enlarge something, to expand. Okay, as a team player, do you enlarge the people you work with? Okay, do you lift their spirits? Are you a motivator? Okay, do you believe in people you work with, for example? Do you encourage them? Okay, if you always blame your colleagues or your subordinate for every little thing that goes wrong, you are not enlarging them. Even when you want to give them feedback, first tell them what they are doing right first before you now give them the feedback what you need to be improved. Okay, so it's very key that we enlarge the people we work with. So when you encourage your subordinate, your colleagues, you are doing what? You are enlarging them. You are helping them to build their self-confidence. You are helping them to build their self-image, and they will perceive themselves in a different light. Skill number 9, quality number 9 of a great team player is enthusiastic. Okay, enthusiastic, and it is highly contagious. Okay, do you bring down your team members with the things you say? Do you focus always on problems? If you are always negative, if you are always pessimistic, you are dragging your team members down. You are dragging them back. Okay, for you to build a very successful team, you must be highly enthusiastic. You must always show them the vision. You must always focus on the end and do something every day that gets you closer to the end. Okay, so skill number 10 or quality number 10, I love this so much, intentional. Did you get that? Intentional. For you to be a great team player, one great quality that is always looked out for is intentional. Okay, now look at this quote. Successful people define their priority based on their long-term goals. Did you get that? Successful people define their priorities based on their long-term goals. Okay, so what that simply means is that for you to be successful, for you to be a great team player, you must have the ability to be deliberate with the way you run your life, for example. Okay, so you must be deliberate, you must work with a plan. Okay, having a sense of purpose makes you conscious of time and its value. Okay, do you get that? Having a sense of purpose makes you conscious of time and the value of that time. Okay, so quality number 10, intentional. Like John Maxwell once said, we must all be intentional if we want to be successful. You must be intentional about it. It's very key. Okay, so quality number 11, mission conscious. Okay, great team members are mission conscious. They know what the battle is. They are ready to fight the battle on behalf of their team members. They know what the target is. They are ready to fight to ensuring that they achieve that target on behalf of their team members. So great team members are mission conscious. A team with a shared mission knows where it is going. Okay, follow the direction of its leader and place the good of the team ahead of benefit of individual members. Okay, so they are mission conscious. So if you want to be a great team members, you must know exactly where your team members are going. You must know where your team focus is. Okay, like for example, in my own team, in my own organization, our focus is to simply break the financial barrier to luxury real estate acquisition. Okay, through what? Through knowledge, leverage, and of course, applying the principle of disruption. And all my team members, they understand this. They are so mission conscious. That's what we are all working towards. Okay, so in your own team, what is your mission? Okay, what is the mission of your team members? So you need to focus on that mission, and everybody, you see, if everybody in your team are mission conscious, trust me, everybody will achieve the target and the glory goes to the team. So it becomes the success of everybody. Quality number 12, prepared. Okay, great team members or team players are always prepared. Okay, team members should prepare themselves thoroughly based on their assignment and what their working conditions. Okay, so it's very important. Like there is one of the quotes I learned from Les Brown, and Les Brown, I will paraphrase it. He said, "It's better you prepare for an opportunity you never got than you got an opportunity you were never prepared for." So preparation is key. Okay, so we must be prepared. Once you understand the vision, the mission of your team, prepare yourself ahead of time. Prepare yourself for future challenges. Because for every challenge you overcome as a team, the wealthier everybody within that team becomes, the more successful that team becomes. So it's very key we understand that. Okay, so quality number 13, relational. Okay, did you get that? Relational, from the word relationship. Okay, great team members, they build quality relationships with their team members. Okay, in a team, you build great relationship with your team leader. Okay, you build great relationship, okay, with everybody within that circle. Okay, and I would like to share some quick tips and points with you. If you can build strong personal bonds, okay, you can transcend other world problems. Okay, if you can get so personal with your team members, the people that report to you, for example, okay, not that you don't ask them about the job every day, okay, ask them about their family, okay, ask them if their weekend was fine, if there was no challenge, okay, if they are family people, ask them of their children, know what is happening, know the classes where their children are. Okay, when you build relationship with your team members, trust me, they will do everything to get the job done. Okay, because solid relationship among team members require respect, trust, and shared experience. Did you get that? Solid relationship among team members required respect, trust, and shared experience. Okay, so what that simply means that if you want to build great relationship with your team members, you've got to respect them. It's very key, you respect them. Okay, you've got to respect your team members, you've got to trust them. I always say this to people, no matter what happens to us in life, no matter how people betray us, we must keep trusting. Because if you don't trust, nobody should trust you. Okay? Don't say, oh, because I was in one team, I confided in this person, and the person betrayed me, so that's why I can't trust anybody again. Then nobody should trust you again. Just imagine we are all living in a society where nobody trusts each other. Tell me how will we even do business with ourselves? Okay? Everybody will go hungry, actually. Okay, so we must always ensure that we keep the trust, okay, and shared experiences. Anything you learn, any new skill you've acquired, teach it. Okay, teach it. Let them know about it. In the course of you doing that, trust me, it helps you to build great relationship with those team members. So number 14 quality of great team members is self-improving. Self-improving. Okay. You've got to stay green. Okay, you've got, every one of us must stay green, because once we are ripe, we get rotten. Did you get that? Once we are ripe, we get rotten. So we must stay green. How do you stay green? By ensuring that you learn something new every day. Okay, before you sleep every day, simply ask yourself, what have I learned today? Okay, what has been my experience so far today? Okay, so self-improving is very key, because team members who want to improve themselves should take advantage of every opportunity to learn something new. Okay, so if you want to improve yourself as a great team player, you must take advantage of learn everything new. Just imagine we building a community of everybody driving value. Tell me why we should be poor. No, nobody can be poor. Nobody can be poor in such society. Okay, so self-improvement is key. So invest, like I always say to people, if you want to be successful in life, you must at least invest. Worst case, if you are too stingy with yourself, 5% of your monthly income must be spent on your personal development. Do you get that? 5%, okay, must be spent on your personal development, because one of the best investments you can make is in yourself. So self-improvement is key. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, like I posted on Facebook this morning, I said 3 things you should leave behind. Okay, 3 things you should leave behind. Number 1 is your pictures. Number 2 is your library. Number 3 is your journals. You know, and there is a friend of mine trying to seek clarification. And once I'm off this broadcast, I'll try and clarify some of the things he didn't understand. Okay, because once you see your pictures, it's very key. You know, sometimes I just wish my father had plenty pictures I can always look at. Okay, because your picture is your memory. A picture speaks 1,000 words. Okay, so you've gone to an event, take pictures. Okay, that's why you've got that smartphone. Okay, because for every picture you take, it keeps the memory of that moment forever. Okay, and your children, they will cherish it. Trust me, they will. Okay, and a library. Okay, because successful people they are so successful because they have large libraries. Do you get that? Successful people, they are so successful because they've got large libraries. Okay, instead of leaving your children with those mansions that they might likely sell, for example, leave them with what? Great libraries, because that is lies where you acquire your own knowledge. With knowledge, trust me, they will duplicate the wealth you are leaving behind for them. That is why it's important that you leave a very healthy library. And before you probably die, you will have taught them about every single book in your library and how every single book changed your life. Okay, journal, because your journal is your thought, is your experience, things you experience, the mistakes you made in the course of your journey. Okay, that simply helps them not to make the same mistake you have made. They will see exactly how you planned your day. Like for me, for example, my 2016 day planner, I've kept it. Okay, I intend to give my son when he's 18 as a gift for him to see how his father planned his 2016, for example. Okay, so very key. So self-improvement. So number 15 quality of a great team player is selfless. Okay, great team players are selfless people. Okay, nobody becomes very successful. I've not seen a selfish man become successful sustainably. It's not possible. You could just have a short-term success, but sustainably is not true. Okay, so you must be selfless. Team members must learn to put others first. Okay, what that simply means that the interest of your team members must be your number 1 priority, because you don't want to take a walk. Did you get that? You don't want to take a walk. See, if you are leading and nobody is following you, if you're a leader and nobody is following you, trust me, you are not leading, you are taking a walk. Okay, and if you want to mitigate the risk of taking a walk, ensure that you are a selfless leader. Ensure that the interest of your team members is number 1 to you. Okay, ensure that you are flexible in your leadership style. Okay, it's very key, because they must, okay, because a great team member must be generous and loyal to avoid what? Political squabbling, which can derail every effort that creates unity. Okay, so I'm trying to simply tell you that it's important that you avoid anything that has to do with politicking, side talking. Okay, I remember those days, once a team member comes to me to talk to me about another team member, I will say, wow, are you serious? You know what will happen tomorrow? I'm going to call him and we're going to trash this out, 3 of us. So they knew me for that. So anybody that just wants to come and gossip or gossip, they will rather not even come to me. So don't entertain side talk. You've got to protect every team member. Everybody has got their weaknesses, just the way you as a leader, you've got your own weaknesses. We are all simply managing ourselves. Trust me, nobody is perfect. Okay, because if you can't manage your team members, then people should not be able to manage you too. Okay, so selflessness is key. Okay, now attribute number 16 of a great team player. solution oriented. Did you get that? Solution oriented. I always say to people, I've learned not to ever focus on my problems. I always focus on the solutions to my problems. There are two different things. When you focus on your problems, you get depressed. Okay, your mood is down. You don't get productive. But when you focus on the solutions to your problem, it keeps you inspired. Like for me, if I'm faced in my team, if there's a major challenge within my team, for example, there's a question I always ask myself: Abioye, should you people solve this problem, what will you guys become? So what I mean that if you are faced with any challenge, just simply ask yourself that if I solve this challenge today, who will I become? You don't get that? So you've got to be solution oriented, okay? Because how you handle problems can determine your success as a team member. How do you handle problems? So that simply means that once there is a major problem in your team, don't be quick at blaming any system. Don't be quick at blaming your bosses. Don't be quick at blaming the management. Don't be quick at blaming the website. No, just simply ask yourself, what is the solution to this problem? Okay, it's very key. It's very important. Like I shared in one of my broadcasts, the click model. The click model. So the C there is for challenge. The L is for learn. The I is for innovate. Okay, then the C is for change. The other K is for knowledge. So when you are facing with any problem, just click it. Okay, just when there's a challenge, then learn about that challenge. When you learn about the challenge, it brings about innovation. Once you have innovated, you become a change person. And once you are a change person, you have a body of knowledge you can leverage once such a challenge arises again. Then finally for this week, number 17 quality of a great team player is tenacious. Did you get that? Tenacious. Now let me tell you why tenacity is very important. The marketplace or the workplace is a battlefield. If you lack tenacity, you will give up. Okay, if you lack tenacity, you keep changing jobs. You will not build a steady career. Okay, if you lack tenacity as an entrepreneur, you will pick your certificate and go and look for a job. Okay, if you lack tenacity, you will run away from your team and look for another team constantly. Okay, so tenacity is key. Like I was telling somebody some days ago, that you've got to have the tenacity of a bulldog. Okay, you know, when a bulldog is barking, he barks so tenaciously. If he's barking at the evil spirit or the thief, anything, they must run. Okay, because he's so tenacious. Okay, I always say to people sometimes that you should have the tenacity of an angry Chinese man. Have you seen an angry Chinese man before? Okay, once they are very angry, you dare not come near them. So you must be ready to fight. See, you owe yourself success. Let me tell you the truth. You owe yourself success. And there is nothing as sweet as collective success. Did you get that? There is nothing as sweet as collective success. There is nothing as good as finding yourself in a community where everybody succeeds collectively. See, when your community succeeds collectively, it becomes a very secured community. Did you get that? So it's very important that we are tenacious, okay? Now, let me read this quote. I have to write this down because I don't want to lose my thought on this. Now, listen to this very carefully. Even if you lack talent, you can succeed through persistence. Since success often depends not on luck or destiny, but on willpower. No, you didn't get it. Let me read it again. Even if you lack talent, okay? Even if you lack talent, you can still succeed through persistence. Since success often depends not on luck or destiny, but on willpower. Once you have a strong willpower, you'll be so tenacious. Even when your team members, for any reason, they are leaving you behind, you'll still remain focused. You simply ask yourself, what did I do wrong? Okay, what happened? Why did they leave me behind? What can I do to get new team members? And how can I make them to stay? Okay, like I also that there are no good or bad experiences. They are all learning experiences. Okay, so the simple truth that no matter how good you are as a team leader, people will always depart your team because in the course of time, people will realize that, oh, I'm not fit into this vision. Either the vision is too big for them or too small for them. It depends. So you as a team leader, you need to now ask yourself, okay, what has happened? What has gone on? How come they just left me? How come out of team of 10, I only have 2 left? Okay, now what can I do? What have I just learned? Okay, like my former boss will always say, once there's something goes wrong, he will say, okay, just add that to your what? Your L&D. Okay, when we put together an event and it is poorly attended and we couldn't even break even, we couldn't even recover the money for all. We say, anyway, it's fine. That has gone into our L&D, learning and development. I call that an impeccable attitude. Okay, and that's explain why his organization is so successful today. Because why? He never took those challenges that we faced when the company was still young personal. He just saw it as a learning process. Okay, so I must really thank you for creating time to listen to me. So let me quickly run through the 70 qualities of great team players. Number 1 is adaptable. Number 2, collaborative. Number 3, committed. Number 4, communicative. Number 5, competent. Number 6, dependable. Number 7, disciplined. Number 8, enlarging. Number 9, enthusiastic. Number 10, intentional. Okay, number 11, mission conscious. Number 12, prepared. Number 13, relational. Number 14, self-improving. Number 15, selfless. Number 16, solution-oriented. And number 17, tenacious. Okay, we've all got to be tenacious. We must be tenacious. You must have a tenacity. Okay, either of a bulldog, of a Chinese, of an angry Chinese man. Just choose one. The one that suits. Okay, that suits you the most. But the most important thing that we just have to be tenacious. Okay, that is key. Okay, because one of the things that has kept me going every day is because I'm so tenacious. Okay, I've gotten to a stage whereby there is no challenge by the grace of God. There is no challenge that will drain me, that will make me drift from the vision. Okay, so it's very key. So you should have the same attitude too. Okay, and in all you do, always put the God factor too into what you do. Okay, but most people typically say to me, okay, these kids are good, but I say, yes, God, see, God's grace is constant. But we need to activate the grace. That is simple truth. We must activate it. Okay, like I shared when I was concluding last week. Okay, when you pray, you talk to God. Okay, when you pray, you talk to God. Okay, when you meditate, you listen to God. Okay, but the challenge is most people just pray, and they move off immediately. They don't even take time to even meditate and see what God could say to them. So I want to encourage you tonight, ensure you do some meditation. Think, reflect, okay, talk to God, have a role play between you and God. Talk to God. Trust me, God will listen to you. He's your Father. He can never abandon you, okay, because He has brought you to this world for a purpose. Okay, so thank you so much for creating time to joining me today. I must really thank my team members at the Orb Academy. They worked very hard to keep me going every week. So I really thank you guys for creating time. And of course, if you want to learn about the Orb Academy is the knowledge aspect of Lifestyle Orb. Okay, Lifestyle Orb is a knowledge and wealth creation company, and I'm privileged to work at that company as a CEO of the company. Okay, so if you want to know more about our Orb Academy, just go to our e-learning site. It's called the orbacademy.org. That is THE, the orbacademy.org. The orbacademy.org. And of course, you might just like one or two things there, and that might give you a reason to join us at Lifestyle. Because for us at Lifestyle, we believe that knowledge must always precede wealth. Okay, so I thank you all for creating time to listen to us this evening. I just want to appreciate every one of my friends on Facebook for creating time to watching this. I want to appreciate all my friends on Instagram. I really appreciate the fact that you've also created time. Thank you so very much, everybody. I can't thank you all enough. And of course, for those of us that want the book by John Maxwell, Everybody Communicates, Few Connect, just send me a DM. Then, of course, I will share the book with you tomorrow. Okay? Trust me, we should all learn to share with ourselves. You know why? Because we are all team players. We all got to a common goal towards we all are working towards. So I thank you so much. And remember to plan for tomorrow tonight. Okay? And trust me, you will know that succeed. God bless you.